Hey everybody, this is Curtis here at bullytree.com. That's www.bullytree.com. Well, why am I here today? This is my second video today. I want to talk quickly about the RKC, Remy Kennel Club. And what I want to say about the RKC is that I'm watching them, and I think I like. Well, first let me say this: I always loved Remy the dog. You know, um, I don't believe he came from any special stock. But I believe that special things were done with his blood. You see what I'm saying? And so it just proves that you can take something that's average or good enough and make something better if you take the time and you do it right. It's really hard to take something that's crappy and make something that's better. Not that it can't be done, but it takes a very long time. And that's a problem with the exotics, right? It's going to take a long time to become something, and for the most part it's not being done in the right way, so it probably never will become anything, right? But anyway, the RKC, I always loved how Fabian, what he did with his Remy line certification. I really love that because it says that I want to certify these dogs and make sure that they stay tight, and even though doing it that way may have limited his earning potential, it still stated that he had a purpose, and his purpose was to take a line of dogs and keep him as pure as he could. So I really like that, But what I think I like a lot about this RKC, this present RKC registry is that Fabian seems to want to focus a lot on the dogs and their owners. The two entities that make a registry and a breed elevate are the dogs and their owners. And if you push it a little further back, the breeders. I believe breeders should always be in the core of things because every dog was bred by someone. And if education starts at the breeding level, then we are onto something. So Fabian, I think, is doing a wonderful job. For example, this past weekend, he had the national championships, and after his champion won, that dog was afforded so many perks. The dog and its owners and handlers, trainers, were afforded so many perks for the year and beyond. It's incredible. That's how a champion should be treated. That's how a dog of the year should be treated. That's how an owner who takes the time to bring the dogs out should be treated. That gives people incentive to want to achieve that status, not just for name, but for the incentives of knowing that their hard work is greatly rewarded. Not just rewarded with few trophies. Few trophies and medals never did anything for anybody. You want to reward somebody? Reward them with something substantial. So Fabian and the RKC, I commend you guys. I hear a lot of bickering here on the side here, and RKC is this and that and the other. It's in all registries. There's politics everywhere. But overlook the politics. Even in the ABKC, overlook the politics. Without those registries, where would the dogs be? So if you don't like politics, then maybe you should stay away from the registries, because wherever there's competition, there's going to be politics. And there's a lot of politics I don't agree with. I know they're cheating judges, and judges take money on the hand and all that stuff. I know it. It's come to me. Not on one occasion. I know it happens. People taking judges out to dinner the night before the show and all that stuff. I know all that stuff, But the point of the matter is, you still need to take your dog out there if you can handle the politics, and you will run into the majority of judges that are pretty fair. They'll be fair with you, and they would grade your dog and rate your dog as it's according to its worth. you know. But RKC is doing a wonderful job. I heard Fabian say last night that, he has big plans to breed better dogs, to bring better dogs to the ring, dogs that are functioning, to eliminate some things that were done before. He even sort of apologized to owners and breeders who might be affected by it, but he insists that these moves are being made to better the dogs. Now, I don't know Fabian, we've talked briefly on Facebook, but I want to believe that somebody that's been here around for such a very long time has a good investment in seeing that the dogs become better. People that are not interested in better dogs, they don't last. They don't last. You could see it. They're here hot for a while and then they don't last, because nobody wants dogs that are continually not good. So Fabian, again, I commend you. I commend the RKC for keeping up with the registry. I commend you for having a wonderful thought about how to better the dogs, and I commend the RKC for recognizing people and their dogs. And eventually, everybody's gonna make money if that's what it's all about. If Fabian's gonna make money, he's gonna make money. If the judges are gonna make money, they're gonna make money. But on top of all the money, nobody wants to run a registry just to run a registry. They want to make money. But on top of all the money, if you put the dogs first, that's where your money's gonna really get good. Remember that. Put the dogs and the owners first. That's something I always spoke about. If you can bring yourself to do that before you snatch all the money out of the business, put your dogs on the registry in a situation to better the dogs. Yeah, when you better the dogs, you make more money. I promise you. You see what I'm saying? You can't have mag rims on a beat up old car and think somebody's gonna pay more money for the car. What they want to do is buy the rims off of you. You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make is, it's got to be a whole entity. It's the dogs. Well, I will say people before dogs, because that's the way it should be in life. It's the people. It's the dogs. It's the registry. It's the registry owners, chief executive director, owners, whoever, right? Them. And it's the breed. Right? If you put these things in that order, you will never fail. You will never fail. I see a lot of little registries that are growing. C3. I like C3 registry. Pete, my boy, he's quiet. He just stays here and does his thing, and he has his plans, and he's just moving on, touring his shows, trying to better the dogs. He's not just a bully registry. And Pete knows his dogs also. So the BBCR, I think they stand for good stuff. They just need to get going and keep the registry floating and bringing it up. I support all those registries simply because their purpose is to highlight the dogs and put the dogs in a place where they need to be. Okay? So RKC, once again, Fabian, thank you. Dave Wilson, thank you. People that are responsible for showing the dogs and bringing out better dogs, I thank you all. I'm really concerned about the American Bully. I'm really concerned about the breeds, and that's why I'm here. People think I'm here to start trouble and to show people up. Why I'm here, firstly, is to grow the breeds and to have them recognized in a positive way. You see? And if that happens, everybody's gonna prosper. If the American Bully ever gets to that place where when you think about a dog breed and you look up on Wikipedia, you see American Bully established in 1999, everyone's gonna profit. Where it is right now, a lot of people think it's a junk breed, and it belongs to drug pushers and hustlers and thugs. There's a lot of people that think that way. And it just takes a community to stand up. That's all we need to do, stand. The RKC last night, in the video I saw, took a stand. They're going to do some things to better the breeds, and I'll be watching, and I'll be commenting. as of right now, they got my support because I think they're doing everything right, supporting the breeders, supporting the dogs, giving good perks, recognizing people for their hard works and efforts. It's a good thing. Peace. Curtis at bullytree.com.